Bo, it had to be exciting for you, man. I was so excited for you myself.
It's been unreal.
You know what I mean? It had to be good. Whoa.
What's he doing here?
What's he doing here?
That's right.
What's Bo doing here?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what Bo's doing here. But first of all, let me ask you something. I asked you to bring me, something along the way here. You got that with you?
Yeah, I brought it.
Well,
I don't want to give it to you, but I brought it.
Well, I appreciate your...
This should be mine.
This should be yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to what Bo is doing here. When you talk about people earning spots. Bo Dallas, winner of the Royal Rumble tournament. Bo Dallas moved on to be in the Royal Rumble. Bo Dallas, as a matter of fact, the very next night defeated Wade Barrett, the Intercontinental Champion. That's why Bo is here. But it gives me a thought for meditation. And that is maybe tonight for my many fans of the NXT universe, how about you against Conor O'Brien and Bo Dallas? Triple threat, #1 contender. Is that good? Are you good with that?
To me.
How about it?
Yeah, you know what? That's good, Dream. That's real good. Because tonight I'm going to show you, and Conor O'Brien exactly what I mean when I say stay down.
The excitement inside NXT Arena, booming.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Tyson Kidd from Cape Town, South Africa, weighing 213 pounds, Justin Gabriel.
Last week, right here on NXT, Justin Gabriel came to the rescue of his best friend and tag team partner Tyson Kidd, who was giving an interview despite his injury in the ring. And that lit a fire in the chest of Justin Gabriel. In his words, he seeks retribution tonight in the ring against this opponent, Leo Kruger.
Leo Kruger took a shot at a one-legged man. I mean, it was a cheap shot. So Justin Gabriel's got every right to be fired up.
And his opponent from Johannesburg, South Africa, weighing 220 pounds, Leo Kruger.
The big game hunter was vicious in his attack of Tyson Kidd. The look of menace in the eyes. The intensity. You can feel it right now, William.
Well, as Leo Kruger said last week, he saw a wounded animal, and that's what he's trained to do, is to attack a wounded animal. That's what he gets pleasure out of.
Doesn't make it right, though, with all due respect, Mr. Regal.
No, but it's probably something I would have done in my day as well. Perhaps I still might be. It's just what you do. Some people are just born naughty. Now this is very interesting to me because this rivalry goes back a long way between Justin Gabriel and Leo Kruger. They've been competing against each other in one form or another since they were children in South Africa, believe it or not. They've both trained with the best that South Africa had to offer as far as wrestling goes. They both trained with one of my greatest foes, actually, from 25 years ago, Donnie Brits, fantastic athlete from South Africa, from Johannesburg.
Justin
So
Gabriel
they know each other very well.
is from Cape Town, South Africa.
Yes.
Leo Kruger is from Johannesburg. And Justin Gabriel told me to expect a level of intensity akin to what you'd see in the Curry Cup, which is the Rugby Super Bowl in South Africa. Justin Gabriel told me he's never been this focused before a match. It lit a fire in Justin Gabriel's heart to see his friend attacked while on crutches.
Well, it should do. I mean, if you've got, you only ever get one best friend.
And there
So
he is.
it's true, yes. And if you've got a best friend, Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd travel together. They're always together. They partner each other. Even when they're not, when they're competing in singles action, they're always together. They're always training together. And so you don't want to see your best friend go through any kind of misery in his life.
Tyson Kidd, who had surgery on a injured knee and is out of action for several months. Kidd said there would be no place else on earth he'd rather be than right here, right now, to watch this in-ring action.
That shows you what kind of a wonderful young man he is, that you can see he's struggling to even walk, but he's out here because this is where he thinks he belongs. And he does belong. This is his life.
CM
WWE.
the WWE champion for... We are back. This is the first match of the night, and William, what a start with a South African showdown. Leo Kruger and Justin Gabriel. Oh, a vicious shoulder, right on target. Kruger, of course, attacked Justin Gabriel's tag team partner, Jake. Justin Kidd, oh my goodness. Justin Gabriel rolled up. Kruger for the win, kicked out at 2. Tyson Kidd pounding on the mat,
Well, I have to point
exhorting
something
his
out.
teamate.
I have to point something out here, Tony. Justin Gabriel only has himself to blame there. The only reason that you drop down in front of an opponent or leapfrog him is because you haven't got in a position to hit them or throw them as they're coming off the ropes.
Into the steel ring post.
And on the second time that he dropped down, he was giving it, just waving a flag at Leo Kruger. Leo Kruger took advantage of it. You can't let anyone like Leo Kruger have an advantage.
Ring post very unforgiving. So is Leo Kruger trying to close it out. Kruger has seized command. When we went to the break, it looked like Justin Gabriel was going to close this one out. How has Leo Kruger turned it around, William?
Determination. Just sheer grit and determination. He knows all of Justin Gabriel's tricks well. He thinks he knows them. I'm sure Justin Gabriel has a few hidden.
Gabriel able to escape. And now, chopping down. Leo Kruger with a leg sweep. Gabriel delivering punishment with those very strong legs that make him a high flyer. For the win. No. Justin Gabriel, the shoulder and arm, really troubling Justin Gabriel. He's competing valiantly in spite of it. Leo Kruger, armbar takedown, and that may be enough. Gabriel in deep trouble. Kruger, the cover and a kick out at 2.
Justin Gabriel able to use his hip there to help him push out because of strength.
Kruger targeting and absolutely destroying the left arm.
As we said, Justin Gabriel is in serious jeopardy here because Leo Kruger just loves, as he said, to take a wounded animal and punish it.
It's all the left shoulder and left arm. Leo Kruger with the cover. Oh, out of 2. It looks like Justin Gabriel has had it here. How is he battling back and kicking out?
He's got great heart. He's fighting for his friend Tyson Kidd.
That motivation. You could see Kidd looking on.
Look at that. Look at the spitefulness of that, the way that Leo Kruger's splitting the fingers of Justin Gabriel. One of my old tricks. I love things like that.
Tried to ask Leo Kruger a question before tonight's matchup, and he had not only no comment, but he instructed me never to speak to him again. In for the cover to end it. Gabriel kicks out again. The resilience and the character of Justin Gabriel, who's battling to honor his friend, Tyson Kidd.
Are you sure he just couldn't get a word in edgeways? I have a problem with you with that. Perhaps he was trying to tell you his life story and you couldn't. Do you breathe through your backside? Because you never take a breath, you just keep talking.
I want to hear what you have to say. So does the entire NXT universe. As Kruger takes down Gabriel. Still targeting the left arm and shoulder. What does that feel like, William?
That hammerlock there is beautifully upright and using the other arm as leverage there. You can see the way that he uses his knee to push down the elbow joint into the mat. And also, you see a slight twist there in his hip in Leo Kruger. He's pushing the shoulder forward. Makes it far more painful. Look at that, the way he's hooked that arm down.
Was the turning point of this match when Gabriel went into the ring post?
To the ring post, yes. And it doesn't matter who you are. You hit that ring post, the ring post isn't moving. That's a 2-ton steel ring.
Gabriel ring reversal. The heart of Justin Gabriel. Drop toe hold, and Kruger finally now on the defensive. Here comes Gabriel. Oh!
Justin Gabriel's left shoulder's bad, but his legs aren't hurting, and he's very, very useful with his legs. His kicks and his strikes are impressive.
What a move! Gabriel!
Right to the chin.
Justin Gabriel summoning the power from within. Battling back despite a badly injured shoulder. Gabriel flying in. Cross body at Justin Gabriel. Up off the top rope. Oh! To end it, Gabriel, no!
Shows the conditioning of Leo Kruger, though, that he's able to kick out from all the power and the force that was hit him across the chest there from Justin Gabriel.
Tyson Kidd saying just a little bit more, Justin. Gabriel, can he even do the 450 with one
It's a
wave?
wise move. That one has to win.
Oh! Well defended by Kruger.
Using the ring to his advantage. That's smart competing by Leo Kruger.
I mean, this leads to dislocated shoulders, doesn't it? I mean, Justin
Dislocated
Gabriel.
shoulders.
Tyson Kidd's out for
Hyperextended
months.
elbow.
Oh! Unbelievable clothesline. A lariat, right?
That's a lariat.
It's going to end the match. And is Justin Gabriel injured? No, he kicked out. He kicked out. Unbelievable. The heart of Justin Gabriel.
Leo Kruger just can't believe it. Look
It's unbelievable.
Look at his eyes.
What is it going to take? So much heart and determination from Gabriel tonight. This is just our first match. This is main event type intensity and determination.
Leo Kruger's a man that battles the harshest elements. But he's having real trouble trying to put away Justin Gabriel here. And it's fascinating for me to watch, to see his strategy unfold. And he seems to have somewhat lost his way here. And Justin Gabriel's fighting with all the heart and spirit that he's got.
Justin Gabriel was listening to the music. Oh! Sunset flip off the top. Kruger in deep trouble. Gabriel to the top rope. Is it the 450?
It's all or nothing now for Justin Gabriel.
Unbelievable! 450 for the win!
Here is your winner, Justin Gabriel!
Incredible win there for Justin Gabriel. Fought back gallantly.
Unbelievable character. The sunset flip, William.
You see where the back of Leo Kruger's head bounced off the mat there. Knocked him senseless for a second while Justin Gabriel performed the 450 splash. Nobody's kicking out of that maneuver.
With one good shoulder, Justin Gabriel closes out the victory. This was a character-driven triumph. Oh, here's Leo Kruger with a crutch. That's a bad man. Leo Kruger attacking using Tyson Kidd's crutches.
Cruel irony. Look at the smile on Leo Kruger's face. He may have lost the battle, but in his mind, he's just setting up another war. He will live to hunt another day.
Still to come, Bo Dallas, Corey Graves, and Conor O'Brien battle it out in a triple threat #1 contenders match to see who gets a shot at Biggie Langston's NXT Championship. It's coming up tonight.
I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home.
Ain't no stopping us now. I love that song. Whenever it comes on, it makes me feel strong. I thought I told you that we won't stop till we back cruising through Harlem. These old blocks for all of my shortcomings. Welcome to my homecoming. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Thank you all.
I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home.
I'm coming home.
The rain wash away
Feel so
all
good.
the pain of yesterday.
Feel so free.
I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home.
It's a beautiful night in Orlando, and these NXT fans came filing in to NXT Arena anticipating an exciting night of action, and they have not been disappointed. Shifting our focus now to the Divas division and the sultry and dangerous Oksana out of Lithuania, coming to the ring, focused and determined as always. And we are headed for a monumental main event, a triple threat, #1 contenders match. Bo Dallas, Corey Graves, and Conor O'Brien all vying for the right to take on Big E Langston, undefeated NXT champion, the baddest man in NXT.
The following contest is a Divas match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Alytus, Lithuania, Oksana. And her opponent, from Melbourne, Australia, Emma!
Australia's dancing queen. She's as mad as a ball banana, she is, this Emma. Have you tried talking to her? I tried for 5 minutes. My brains were running out my ears. I was as giddy as a kipper. I didn't know what she was talking about.
Self-absorbed, awkward, in her own little world. Would you believe that Emma believes
Sometimes
that
that's
she's
the
a
best place
great
to be.
dancer?
Well, she's trying the girl, bless her.
Oh dear, that was awkward. Oh no,
Oh, she's trying, bless her.
Oh
Giving it a
no.
go. I couldn't do that.
Struggling just to get into the ring,
Would you
William.
do that?
No.
Oh, well then. She's having good for her.
Still dancing. The Evolution is what Emma has promised in 2013. Her Eminence, the Diva Emma,
Shame.
taking on an established WWE main roster diva in Oksana. This is a monumental challenge. How does Emma match up with Oksana?
Well, Emma's very, very well schooled. Don't let her dancing skills fool you. She was trained by Lance Storm in his school in Calgary. And she knows what she's doing in the ring. We've seen that before here on NXT. Oksana's been around the, SmackDown and Raw for quite a while now, and so she has that extra experience.
And that experience
At a greater
advantage, so important. Oksana, the cold, calculated, cunning, former fitness model with a mean streak. Lithuanian roots, this an international showdown. Emma out to the apron. What do you make of this move?
You asked me something very interesting before. What do I make of the triple threat?
What is wrong? Emma's struggling just with her
Anyway, you
balance.
asked me what I was thinking about the triple threat match. Well, obviously somebody's going to win, but do they know what they're letting themselves in for? They've got to face Biggie Langston. That's a daunting task for anybody.
That's exactly what Conor O'Brien wants and has been asking for weeks, challenging the champion. In fact, last week was able to get a near pinfall. Here's Emma going for the cover.
You see, everybody's laughing at Emma, but I think she's just lulled Oksana into a full sense of security there. You think, oh, this poor unfortunate, and then you take her lightly, you see, and that's how she gets a grip of you.
Certainly, Emma has to be inspired by what she's seen from other NXT products like Seth Rollins of The Shield and Biggie Langston. And
She's always smiling and laughing, Emma, well, apart from when she's beating somebody up, but I think, backstage, she's always laughing. And never let anybody stop you laughing. Always enjoy yourself. Do you agree, Tony?
Divas, I do. As I
I
look
got
at these
fired
Divas,
for laughing once, I was driving a hearse at the time.
There's mocking going on. The Divas division here at NXT has been buzzing ever since Paige and Summer Rae a couple of weeks ago. These are heated matchups here. We're seeing the strength of Oksana burying
Oksana's
with
incredibly
strength.
strong.
Oh! Dropping the elbow, and Oksana to end it.
As my fellow rogue JBL is always telling us on SmackDown that Oksana was, she getting in the Arnold Classic one year, a few years ago. She was incredibly strong. Agile and beautiful lady. Hostile as well, yes, certainly not like the two I've got lined up for us tonight. Those two there,
I've been waiting for you to talk about this. It's a lovely night. Hoping we're gonna have fun after the show.
Don't hold
Here's
your breath.
Emma! Emma able to seize control now. What a performance by Emma against Oksana. A confidence builder, right, William?
It certainly was, yes.
In for the win.
Well,
Oksana
Oksana's
quickly
going to have a
kicking out.
cauliflower derriere after that. You see the way she slammed down on the backside there?
Well, the dancing is over now. Emma has focused in. What are you seeing from this young 23-year-old Australian?
I'm seeing a young 23-year Australian applying a very nice cravat there, which puts a lot of pressure on the chin and the neck, especially the neck area.
And you mentioned Lance Storm, a legendary name in sports entertainment. You could talk about the impact.
Lance Storm taught Emma how to wrestle, not to dance. But he can't dance either.
There are signs in the NXT arena indicating that the NXT fans here don't feel Emma can dance effectively either. Still to come tonight, we are building up to a triple threat #1 contenders match. Earlier we saw Justin Gabriel defend the honor of Tyson Kidd by pinning Leo Kruger. Another full night of action here on NXT, and we will also see the tag team champions, the first ever tag team champions, Neville and Gray. Here's a cover by Emma. Oksana out at 2.
Great cover by Emma there, but Oksana showing her skills there, the way she was able to kick out of that. You see, Emma just needs to know when to dance and when to compete, and the dancing needs to stay before bell time.
I don't know about you, William, but when I was 23, I had trouble focusing too. There's a spine buster on Oksana to end it. Good night.
Here's your winner, Oksana!
Well, Oksana powered her way to victory there. But I think that was a great learning tool for Emma. We saw a few mistakes by Emma there, and hopefully she'll go away and she'll learn from them and she'll come back better than ever. I think actually, me and young Xavier Woods need to take Emma out and teach her a few steps.
Why don't I get to go?
That style.
In any event, take a look at this spine buster, William. This is a powerful statement. So a statement win for Oksana, and we are hearing right now there is breaking news in the back. Let's go back to our colleague Renee Young with an interesting development.
I'm not even sure what has happened here at this point, but we've walked backstage and we've found Bo Dallas unconscious right now. The doctor and the officials are having a look at him, and he's up next in the #1 contenders match. And at this point, I'm not sure that he's going to be able to compete, but we're going to have to get the doctor to have a better look at him.
Okay, come on, Bo. What do you think it is? I don't know. You're going to maybe hit his head, you know.
It's a triple threat #1 contenders match for a shot at the NXT Championship. Will it be Bo Dallas, Corey Graves, or Conor O'Brien who walks away the #1 contender? We'll find out next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a #1 contenders match for the NXT Championship. Introducing first, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 208 pounds, Corey Graves.
This was supposed to be a triple threat match, but you just saw our colleague Renee Young with that story. William, it's now going to be a one-on-one, Corey Graves and Conor O'Brien, but what do you make of all this?
I don't know. I mean, we're sat here, we could do with somebody filling us in on what's going on, because
we saw Bo Dallas laid out,
we saw Bo Dallas lay out,
surrounded by the medical team. For Bo Dallas, who's a fierce competitor, we saw him stand out, not just compete, but stand out in the Royal Rumble match. For him to not be able to compete, something serious happened.
Bo Dallas beat the Intercontinental Champion Wade Barrett
on Monday Night Raw.
Bo Dallas was actually my favorite to win here today, because I know the determination that young man has, and now he's not here.
And his opponent, weighing 280 pounds, the Ascension, Conor O'Brien.
The last time we saw Conor O'Brien, he fought to a double disqualification against the undefeated and highly respected NXT champion Big E Langston. Conor O'Brien is a name on the rise here at NXT, William.
This will be a very interesting contrast here, because neither of these men are what you could call fan favorites. You know, they're both definitely different. They've both got their own seriously bad attitudes. It's going to be interesting to see.
You invoked the name earlier of JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, and certainly JBL talks about poking the bear. Well, that man on your screen right there did exactly that, taunting Big E Langston, and yet Conor O'Brien held his own against the NXT champion. You know, that's got to be on the mind of Corey Graves right now.
He certainly did. Conor O'Brien made a great showing against Big E Langston. I mean, what a battle that was between those two monsters. But Corey Graves is so cunning, so wily.
This battle for the #1 contender spot and a chance to take on NXT champion Big E Langston. Such a contrast looking at the frames of these two. Lean and wiry Corey Graves, the massive strength of Conor O'Brien. How does this match break down?
Well, one of these competitors, whoever wins this, is going to be in a big money match.
Strength there.
We don't know when, but he's going to be in a big money match. He's going to be in a championship match against Big E Langston. Now, I say this a lot, but tonight is the most important night of these two young men's careers, because we've seen what happens to the champions here on NXT. Worldwide fame and recognition. And usually the call comes to go to either Raw or SmackDown, or both.
It's the second time we've seen Conor O'Brien sling Corey Graves. Corey Graves is in against a bigger, stronger superstar. What can Graves do to counter those size advantages?
Graves has to quicken the pace here. He has to try and somehow get Conor O'Brien. See, that's the problem. I'm saying quicken the pace, but
Conor O'Brien running through Graves.
when Conor O'Brien wants, it's just when Conor O'Brien wants. When Conor O'Brien wants, he can quicken the pace as quick as anybody we see, as quick as any cruiserweight. He really moves fast for a big man. And I'm trying to give you examples of how Corey Graves can get an advantage here, and I'm saying quicken the pace and try and get Conor O'Brien off his legs. But how difficult is that when you've got a man as big as Conor O'Brien who can move as quickly as he can?
An unbelievable athlete at 280 pounds. We're seeing Conor O'Brien assert his will and control Corey Graves. The intensity of Conor O'Brien's eyes tell the story. This is a fierce competitor bent on winning the #1 contender spot. Coming right back on NXT. We are back on NXT. The #1 contender spot is at stake here with Conor O'Brien and Corey Graves. It's been Graves on the receiving end of all the punishment so far, William. Corey Graves is really in trouble.
If we could see a camera shot of Corey Graves' face, we're not sure if his face actually hit the apron there. Could have a broken nose, fractured eye socket.
Oh. Conor O'Brien's sustained intensity, ruthless.
The way Conor O'Brien picked up Corey Graves by his ears there. Incredibly painful.
Conor O'Brien has been in command throughout, William. Corey Graves has withstood unbelievable punishment. Remember, Graves came into NXT, he said, not to make a mark, but to leave a scar. Graves was
and
so
he's done
much
a great
swagger.
job of that up to now. I mean, Corey Graves told us that he was going to cause anarchy here in NXT, and he's done a great job of that. He stole the NXT championship, and he's trying to make his mark, but how can you combat somebody like Conor O'Brien?
The savior of misbehavior has run into a mountain of a man in Conor O'Brien. There's some offense.
There's his opportunity.
From Corey Graves. Can he build on it? Graves with more tempo now.
Graves has got to try and get Conor O'Brien in some kind of pinning pinning maneuvers quickly to try and make it or a submission. And it looks like he's gone for the submission. He's a specialist at leg locks. Using the post there to wrap Conor O'Brien's leg around. Incredibly damaging to the popliteus muscle in the back of the knee.
The complexion of the match has totally changed. Graves looking for a submission after utilizing the ring post. Look at Graves. Now locking in. Trying for the submission.
The ankle and the knee are being punished here by Corey Graves and doing a great job of it. Look at the way he's talking on that toe. It puts extra pressure on the ankle and the knee. And he's using his elbow. See, that's what I like about Corey Graves. Using his elbow there to rub into the muscles, the different parts of the quadricep to cause the most amount of pain.
The leverage executed, and now Conor O'Brien is in agony. A battle of skill and will on the mat right now. These two battling to become the #1 contender. Corey Graves attacking the left leg. Conor O'Brien, after controlling the match early on, is now
Corey Graves
in trouble.
Corey Graves found his opening. His strategy now is to take out that leg and to do as much damage as possible. Because we've seen Corey Graves, he wants to get on that vicious leg submission that he applies so well.
Look at the eyes of Corey Graves. How badly do these guys want it, William?
More than anything in their lives right now, because they want to be the NXT champion. And winning this tonight puts them right at the #1 contender spot.
Both men hurting. Both men desperate to find the difference and claim the #1 contender spot. This was initially supposed to be a triple threat match. But Bo Dallas unable to compete. Corey Graves continuing to control the flow here.
I was very impressed by the way Conor O'Brien countered just about a minute ago. But it might be too little too late. You can see the way that... Now this is where Corey Graves is in his element. He's took away the leg of Conor O'Brien and he's just having his way with him.
Both of these men know what's at stake.
Look at the way that, if you see, Corey Graves has got his foot trapped over the ankle of Conor O'Brien because he knows Conor O'Brien will use that other leg to try and kick him.
We're seeing the level of intensity you'd expect in a #1 contenders match. Conor O'Brien and Corey Graves.
Corey Graves there showing some great strategy.
This is all about submission right here.
Yes, did a great job. Subtleties of his art there, of his art of submission wrestling. You wouldn't expect Conor O'Brien to submit. I mean, that's another thing. Corey Graves, I hope he's thought this through because Conor O'Brien's got so much fight in him, so much determination. It's hard to make him submit.
Right back in. Corey Graves is controlling the flow here. What a difference from the beginning of the match, William. Corey Graves, the intensity, closing in on the #1 contender spot here on NXT.
They are global entertainers, professionally trained athletes, WWE superstars, but they are not invincible. When they step into that ring, they take real risks and endure unimaginable pain. Broken bones, torn muscles, dislocations, separations. Be smart, be safe. Don't try this at home.
We are back on NXT. It's been a knockdown, drag-out battle for the #1 contender spot. Corey Graves and Conor O'Brien. Each man competing with so much intensity, William. So much at stake, and both of these superstars have brought it tonight.
Corey Graves has done a wonderful job of isolating the leg of Conor O'Brien. His entire battle game, Conor O'Brien, has been taken away. Because, as we know, all his strength, comes from Conor O'Brien's legs. Look at the size of his legs. And he's wore them down and wore them out.
The pace, the tempo of this match has slowed dramatically.
Back to the, just back to that leg, and so ferocious. Just that shot to the back of the knee there.
The submission specialist, Corey Graves, trying to seal this win, which would make him the #1 contender. Corey Graves has been controlling the match.
This is going to throw Conor O'Brien's game completely off, because he came out thinking that he was just going to overpower Corey Graves. When you look at Corey Graves, you can take him lightly. But he's realizing now he's only got one leg. His arms aren't a lot of use to him, apart from in a situation like this, because as long as Corey Graves keeps that distance, and keeps him at arm's length, as is the term, he's got that chance to keep working on that leg and wearing it out.
You could see Conor O'Brien wasn't able to put much weight on the left leg as a result of all the punishment from Corey Graves. And now Conor O'Brien in command, slinging Graves to the canvas.
Corey Graves has made a grave mistake here by allowing Conor O'Brien to get to his feet. He needs to try.
What's going on? The lights are out. The Shield! Oh. It's the Shield! The pack of ravenous wild dogs, the Shield, have come to NXT.
The #1 contenders match has been destroyed by the Shield.
The triple powerbomb. Corey Graves. The biggest names in WWE have felt the same fate. These three renegades
Got to think now.
Destroyed this match.
Seth Rollins lost the NXT Championship. Is he just? He doesn't want anybody else to have it, obviously.
A total decimation. The Shield have destroyed what was an unbelievable match, William. What injustice. This is sickening. The Shield have taken over.
This is just a friendly reminder to keep your guard up. Whoever you are and wherever you are, there is no escape. You can't run from justice. And that is what it looks like. That is what it feels like when you're brought to justice by the Shield. And that is just the beginning. The Shield exists to right the wrongs of an industry gone awry. Things are gonna get better. I promise you, things are going to get better, but before they do, they've got to get a lot worse. If you don't believe me, ask Sheamus. Ask John Cena. Ask him. Ask Ryback how bad things can get. We're everywhere. We're always watching. No one is outside the reach of the Shield. And you better believe in the Shield! Believe in the Shield.
What an unbelievable end to this night, William. The Shield have asserted dominance at NXT. We don't have a #1 contender, but we have a climate of fear. The Shield own NXT.